Welcome to TMDWP. Yes, Joe. Yes, it's much more important than I thought.
Just 1 minute to talk about Doctor Who. Just 1 minute, or maybe two. Welcome to YouTube, we're talking Doctor Who. For you.
Hello and welcome to the Minute Doctor Who podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Minute Doctor Who podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Minute Doctor Who podcast.
There's the professional.
Yes, Peter, you've done a lot of work for Big Finish over the years, but only recently had the full complement of your TARDIS crew reunited. What was it like being reunited with Matthew Waterhouse playing Adrig once more?
We already enjoyed giving him a hard time, just like we used to. No, it was fun. It was good. I mean, I think that I started off as I meant to go on, so I gave Matthew a few notes to begin. No, he was very nice, and he takes being sent up quite well, Matthew. But it was hard holding him back, holding Janet Fielding back actually. She was the one who wouldn't let him off the hook. Where have you bloody been the last few years? No, it was very pleasant, very nice. But I like doing it's sort of it's just like a trip down memory lane, really, and it's just very nice to still. Big Finish is responsible for keeping us together socially, it really is. So it's been great from that point of view.
Are there any tips you have at all in effectively doing an impression of your Davros voice?
You want me to do an impression of my Davros voice? Well, I mean, the thing about the Davros voice is it's informed by the mask. You had to move your mouth in a very exaggerated way in order to make any movement happen in the mask. So already you've got a rhythm of actually talking in a particular way, that kind of staccato delivery, and then you just basically bring the voice down in pitch, down a little further, bring a little psychosis in. That's where the trick is. When Davros starts to appear, the Doctor has to be exterminated. And it's as simple as that.
What would be your favourite one? Do you have a favourite score of the ones that you did?
Well, in many ways it would be Survival because it's the last one I did, and so I felt I was improving as a composer. But I've got a particular fondness for the Happiness Patrol because I liked the fact that music was so integral to the story, and the blues was a vital part of the music, and so we were able to combine electronics with blues, which is such a rare thing to be able to do, and you know, it's a fantastic opportunity for me to muck around with things that I love doing. So in a sense, the Happiness Patrol.
What do you think of the new theme tune?
New theme tune? Well, I genuinely think I need to hear it a few more times to give you a proper judgment on it. In a way, it's nice to hear it returning to some electronic sounds in there. I think if I ever had the opportunity to do it again, I'd like to combine orchestral sounds with electronic sounds, because I think that's part of what made Doctor Who sound the way it sounded. But on the Peter Capaldi front, I just think it's fantastic to have a Doctor that's older than me again.
How do you think your era now stands in the pantheon of Doctor Who's?
I don't really think that's for me to say. I do think that the resurgence of Doctor Who, the return of Doctor Who, did a lot to make my Doctor seem less sort of out of place. I felt myself at the time I was quite young to play the part. I'd been used to older Doctors, and now I look back, I don't seem out of place at all. In fact, it seems like I started a trend. But I'm very happy that they've gone back to an older Doctor, Peter Capaldi. Because as I say, I'm biased, but that's what I grew up with, older Doctors. I don't know how it is in the pantheon of. Caves of Androzani has always been really high in terms of favourite stories. I think it was voted best story of all time by some people. I don't know who it was actually now, but that was very. I got a little award anyway. but yeah, I just think, you know, the great thing about Doctor Who is you're always your doctor. You know, it's not as if it's not really. I don't feel in competition. You know, I'm only if there was another Doctor number 5 would I be in competition with them. But I'm very happy with the way it's worked out, and I'm very happy that, you know, I came back and did Time Crash, which was the kind of connection with the new series. And then, as you've already mentioned, the 5-ish Doctors last year with both Matt and David. Of course, I have a sort of sphere of influence over David. He can't really turn me down, or he gets leaned on quite heavily, which can be very useful. But yeah, no, I don't know. That's for others to say. But I feel personally now that I don't feel out of place at all.
Just 1 minute to talk about Doctor Who. Just 1 minute, or maybe 2. Welcome to YouTube, we're talking Doctor Who. For you.
Were you under the sheets?
Oh, definitely under the sheets. I don't know who said we're not. It's talking nonsense. You can see we're under the sheets. You know, you see us go under the sheets, and there we are. How could you doubt it? Thank you.